Hi everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. This is the first voiceover I have ever done, and the reason for that is I have been playing The Sims a very long time since The Sims 1, since The Sims 1 came out. It came out when I was 10. I am 30 now, and that's how long I've been playing it. So it's been a really big part of my life for a long time. And I wanted to start recording Sims videos and also doing voiceover. My other videos don't have voiceover because I have a lot of thoughts about The Sims. As I said, it's a huge part of my life. It always has been since I was a really little kid. So I wanted to throw my hat in the ring here and just be able to discuss, be able to connect with people in the community. The Sims is such a great community. So here I am recording my very first voiceover. So this is for the new Backyard Oasis kit. I love to build in The Sims. I've always been a builder, and I've always done a lot of gameplay. I've not recorded any gameplay yet, although if you want to see any gameplay, make sure you let me know, and I will definitely be recording some of that. But I've always loved building in The Sims. It's been the thing that I like the most. As soon as I saw this kit, as soon as I saw the kit, I knew that I wanted to do a bubble lounge. And I wanted to make this an interesting shape, which is why I have those rounded corners. I don't really know if it works or not. My building style has always been I'm just going to do what I feel like and see if it comes out. So I'm not as great of a builder as I probably think I am. So, but I've been doing it a really long time. I don't know if that's good or bad. But this lounge I thought turned out really nice, and to have this kit, which is focused to builders, I really liked as well. Going into this, I wasn't sure what sort of colors I would use. We had so many great ones, the blues and the greens, but I decided to focus on red and have red touches. It turns out a little bit more red than I think I actually intended, but that's why I end up just using the red tile touches here or there and then using the off-white color for the arches. And I go back into, you'll see, I go back in and change the pillars out to that off-white, which I love all the different swatches of white that the Sims team gave us for this. Thank you, Sims team. I also wanted the courtyard to this to be kind of a Garden of Eden sort of inspired and also an interesting shape, which is what I did here. And so I used the new fence, which I love. The only thing I don't like about this fence, I don't know if I'm the only one, they have brown and they had all the different colors that match, which are beautiful, but they didn't have a white one. And I would have liked a white one. That's my 2 cents on that. But I do love the different colors of white we had for everything else. That was good. And I just went in with sort of, this at this point in the video is where I decided I wanted to do red because I wasn't sure what color yet. I love these new windows as well. I like the bigger windows more than I like the smaller windows. But the only thing is with this pack, and this is not a unique thought because many other Sims YouTubers have said this, is that it is very specific for builders. And it's a very specific build style. I mean, we have all these different tiles, which are great for bathrooms and stuff. And I do love all the pillars, as I've said. And I love we have new wallpapers. You can't go wrong with that. But yeah, it's a very specific build style. So, would it work? It goes well with our, what is it? The jungle adventure stuff. It goes well with some of that stuff. But I am not complaining. That's the one thing as a Sims builder and as a Sims player, I know a lot of people definitely love The Sims 3. And it's not that I didn't love The Sims 3. I did. I had a really terrible computer that ran The Sims 3. It was awful. And again, not a unique thought at all, not a unique problem. I know that people who play The Sims 3 now who have great gaming computers can't, but it still lags. But when I tell you that the computer that I played The Sims 3 on was lagged something awful, I can't even tell. It was unplayable for me, unfortunately. So for a long time, I didn't play a lot of Sims 3. I played it a lot. Don't get me wrong. I played Sims 3 a lot, but I did not play Sims 3 the way that I play The Sims 4, even being a lifelong Simmer. And that's just because I couldn't play it. So I love the fact that this actually works on my computer. I mean, it's been years now, but even now, I just am overjoyed with how easily building is and how the lack of lag that we get on The Sims 4. So I tend to go very easy on The Sims 4 because I really love it. And, certain things that might bother other Simmers, which everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Don't get me wrong. And the Sims team is not above criticism on a couple of things. But certain things don't really bother me too much. I think just because I do love building so much and it's so easy in The Sims 4. So maybe that's why I'm biased. But going back into this build here, this is the top. I had this rooftop type bar area for this lounge. And I probably could have done a little bit more to it. I was really focused on the the backyard. I think that's why I made this little stage area. And I come back down here and I put in music. I didn't want to put in a DJ booth. I didn't think that fit the vibe. I think I ended up using the new age stereo that we got with Spa Pack stuff. And I also went in and I used these love seats. You need a love seat to fulfill the lot requirements. And I realized as well that I didn't use the new end table at all in this build. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure. I guess I wasn't paying attention. You know what it is? I really love that side table that I used, which I think is from City Living. That has that glass top. I use it like everywhere in this build. I thought that it went well. I really love that end table. I like to use it for my more artsy Sims when I do houses or even things like this. I noticed as well in this game, you can see here that the lighting was messed up. And I think that's because I have that open. It's because I either have the stairs that are opened to the top balcony, the top, the open top bar, and it's not enclosed, or it's because I have those arches in the back that open to the courtyard. And I think that's why that lighting is so weird. I was trying to fix it for a while, and then I decided that that's just how it's going to be because I didn't want to enclose any of the things I'd open. So that's the lighting's kind of strange at night there. But I figured it wasn't that big of a deal. Sorry if it's annoying and you download this. But I didn't care enough to try. Well, it's not that I didn't care enough. It would have ruined the aesthetics of what I was going for. But I love the new trees. Yeah, here I put the trees next to the door. Here, they're kind of big, but they are so beautiful. And I love the matching tile that goes with it. I ended up not using handrails either on the steps, you can see, because I hate the way that it clips. That's one of my major things with The Sims. Really, probably the only thing that I have a complaint about is the fact that the handrails clip. It's so annoying with the handrails. That bothers me. I end up not putting handrails a lot if it clips in an awkward way in the wall because it just bothers me. Other than that and I do miss auto roofs because I'm really bad at roofs. See, I'm saying that I'm a Sims builder, but then I'm saying that there's all these things I'm bad at. In fact, if people watch this video, they'll probably tell me I'm bad at a lot of things. I don't think that I'm the greatest builder in the world. Don't get me wrong. But I enjoy building, and that's what I've always done. I read somewhere that I don't know if it was Reddit or something else, but a lot of people say that if you enjoy playing with doll houses or dolls when you were younger, it's sort of like The Sims is an oversized dollhouse. I was a huge dollhouse player and dressing my dolls and all that type of stuff. So that's probably why I like The Sims. But I ended up I love this mosaic as well. I put it in the front of this build to remind myself to use it later. And there I am again using this. I was going to put uh, that end table there, and I decided not to. And I put this pot instead and kind of Frankensteined a potted plant. And I used those vases are new to this pack, not those vases, the ones I put near the steps. And I thought that those looked really nice. And I am very proud of this fountain that I did. I think that the red tile looks really beautiful. And I love these new lights as well. I don't think we have enough outdoor lights that look good. There I am trying to fix this issue again, and it doesn't get fixed, the lighting issue. For the lounge requirements, you also put tables. So I put some tables out here. And let's see, what else was I doing? Oh, and I put up some of these plants from the knitting pack. I ended up changing the plants. That you'll see them a little bit better later, but I put up the plants and kind of hang them from the pillars there, but I have to change them because I end up putting up curtains. Yeah, they look really good, and then I just move them around a little bit. I actually really like the curtains that I put up. I thought that they were really pretty. I end up using the red curtains from, what are they from? Movie Hangout stuff? Yeah, those are Movie Hangout stuff. I love those. I actually use these curtains a lot. And it took me forever just to get them, to alt place them. So I cut that out a little bit because it took me a long time, but I did them along both sides there. I realized when I sped this up, because this is a speed build, obviously, I realized when I sped this up that I twist my camera a lot when I'm building, and I realized that that can be a little nauseating. I really do apologize for that. As I'm filming more, I noticed it in my other videos too that I have up, but as I'm filming, I will try to be really more aware of what I'm doing with my camera because it's a little nauseating to look at. I actually cut out the worst of it in this video, which is saying something because it's pretty bad. Don't worry. I know it's pretty annoying. And then I'm doing the back as well here using this kind of like, I end up putting plants on here. You'll see. I actually think this looks really, really nice. So I use this low fence that's from Get to Work, I think. It's a very thin fence. I think it's called the sightseeing fence. But window seeing? Window, what am I saying? Window shopping fence. And I put some plants up there as well. I wanted to stick with the red, so I kind of put these up here to see which one looks the best. And I end up filling in the blanks with that low grass that low grass plant that we get from Island Living, and I use it again a little bit later. I really like that plant. I use that to kind of fill in the gaps because I didn't want it to be completely covered. With the red, I didn't think that looked realistic. And these hanging plants, I cut that out because I ended up taking them off, or I ended up putting them up at the top as well. There we go. Yep, I ended up putting these plants. I love these plants from Island Living, or is it from Jungle Adventure? They're from Jungle Adventure. The only thing I don't like is that when you try to size them down, they don't size down. They have kind of a strange shadow. And sometimes they're a little too big to put on the inside of houses, but so that's why I used them on the outside. I also used these ferns that are from Jungle Adventure as well. I actually think that those ones went a lot better than just regular palm trees. These kind of dark green. I don't know if they're supposed to be palm trees or they're supposed to be ferns. And at this time is when I decided I wanted to put 2 fountains in the front. So this ends up being a very fancy lounge, which wasn't really my intention, but I thought that it went with the aesthetic a little bit better. I really love the way that these fountains turned out. And the only thing I don't like is the kind of these hopping fountains when you're in build mode, because I didn't have a sim here, obviously, because I was doing a community lot. But, you've got that kind of jet of water that comes out, but you can't really see, you can't press play and see the water jumping or the water. And I don't use these jet fountains enough to know exactly what they're going to look like. And I really wish that was something that we could do, is just to kind of play them for a second, just to see them jump when you're in build mode in a community lot. But, just little things like that. And I could have gone into debug and gotten more rocks, but to be perfectly honest, I didn't really feel like it. So I sized them up and I sized some of these rocks down, just the general rocks that we have in just regular build mode. I actually think they look really nice. I like to change the color. I always forget to change the color of the rocks, and they have a lot of different colors, obviously, that looked really like this sort of brown color that I ended up using looked nice. And I sized up those lamps, the standing lamps that came with this pack, put them in the front like you just saw. And here I am using that grass again that I use way too much, but I think it's kind of just a nice general low plant, which is why I use it in a lot of my builds. Kind of plain, has some flowers on it. So I fill in kind of some of the spaces and put in another red flowers in there to match the red that I have. This probably is not as subtle red as I was really going for in the beginning, but as I said, I sort of just decide to do things and just go from there. And I have not, I'm not as good at landscaping as I probably should be from all my years of playing The Sims, but I've gotten way better lately, let me tell you. Just putting last finishing touches, and here we go. This was my bubble lounge. I am really pleased with the way it came out. I think that it looks really pretty. I really, really love the back. And I love the 3 arches. I really love the archways a lot. The reason I didn't use the big arches is because I didn't want the wall height on this one to be too big. So I didn't get to use all of the pieces, obviously, from this new kit. That fountain came out really nice. I think that this looks really pretty. And I'm really proud of how it turned out. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you want me to do more builds, more voiceovers. I would love to start filming gameplay. I might do that. But thank you so much for watching. See you next time.